More than a dot. More than a dot.
Disclaimer. This is not advice. More Than a Dad aims to provide support to men in fatherhood. When specific issues arrive, we hope to shed light and perspective on different experiences. We strive to acknowledge dads without minimizing mom's role in the household. More Than a Dad isn't exclusive, but rather inclusive in the best interest of the children. Now, let's dive in.
Look here, school to let out. Y'all not gonna sit up in this house and suck up all this air and eat up all these groceries. Once they gone, they gone. I'm not going back to buy nothing else. Y'all hear me? You eat them if you want to. I promise you I'm not buying nothing else. Went to the laundromat and I done washed all of my comforters. What y'all not gonna do is pull them out and be making no tents and no forks. You hear me? Don't be dirtying up my stuff. And let me catch you taking them popsicles and eating my Capri Suns outside and feeding your little friends. They get food stamps. I don't. Go eat their snacks. They mama get food stamps. And all that sitting up 2, 3 in the mornings playing with your friends, talking to people out in Massachusetts. You don't even know them people. They be that came and rang your doorbell and kidnapped you. You ain't see the news? Nah, I done bought a whole brand new pack of forks. Go ahead and stuff them up under your bed if you want to and throw them away. I promise you'll be eating with your hands. I'm not buying you no V-Bucks or no Robux, so don't ask me. Don't ask. I don't care nothing about you being taller than me. I'll still knock you out. And don't ask me if you go on to summer camp. It's too many of y'all kids. Y'all get on that trampoline and have a good time. I'm not putting y'all in no summer camp. And I want my house clean when I get off of work too. Fix your face.
Welcome to More Than a Dad podcast. I'm your host, Lou Moab. I'm joined by the coolest guy on earth, Dre Moore.
What's good?
And we got one of the OGs in here, man. One of the original guests, a part of the pod.
Thanks.
He in here holding it down. We got my man, Deem. Still, baby.
Deem, Kadeem Custis. Deem.
Mister, that's not me. That's not Lou. That's a shit ball.
A dirt bag.
Listen, man, and this production is engineered by INR Studios. What's the deal, Rob?
What up, world?
Shit, right.
Right.
Wow, you got on some gel.
Yeah, I'm just comfy today, you know what I mean? They can't see me, so we good.
Hey, Rob, I think you growing like a hive, man. They was like, yo, Rob talked more than ever on the last episode. They were like, who is Boy?
Yeah,
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, we
I'm out
adopted
here.
guys.
What's up?
But anyway,
Gang,
fellas, we here, man. We a dad pod. Fresh off Father's Day.
Yeah, fresh.
Fresh off.
Yeah, bro. Yes.
How's dad life? How's dad life?
Dad life is chilling, dog. Graduations, super graduations all just passed, bro. I feel like everybody kids was graduating. I seen Deem kid had a move up day. I had a graduation. I done been to mad graduation party type situations, though. It's graduation season, man. Yeah. Shout out to the graduates.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the graduates.
Yeah, shout out to the graduates.
Did that shit make y'all feel old when y'all kids just be progressing through school?
Yeah, for me, yeah, I feel old, man. I got a 6th grader now, or going to be a 6th grader, and you know, it's surreal. It's crazy. I mean, the last time when you know she was 1. And then now she's a 6th grader now, so it's crazy right now for me that experience. Yeah, I feel old as hell.
Yeah, dog, that time be flying. I just had I had seen Makai, Lamar's son, and Makai, he tall now, like, but he real like skinny, but he tall. He think he tough, yo. He be walking around acting all brolic. He all bumping people. I'm like, young boy, you too thin, man. I could kind of wrap my hand around like your arm. Like if I close my, like you too thin, young boy. Go ahead, yo. So like, just, and I'm like, man, I remember when you was like this. And like, man, I ain't little no more. That's how they be talking. Like,
I'm about to say, what the hell does that mean?
It just mean, young boy, I'm body slamming you, bro.
No, Dre, I definitely think the young boys size you up first and be like, I can take Uncle Dre.
They do feel like they can take me. He can't take me though, yo. He probably feel like it, but he probably like a $110, bro. He mad thin, bro.
Yeah, I just got finished kind of exposing how Dre is the smallest one out the group, but he the craziest one.
Yeah.
When you tell
the pillow talking, but you probably don't want to expose that. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to mess with Dre.
Yo,
we a little bit. Well, as I came to know, we a little bit more mild mannered than Dre.
Yo, bro.
Yo.
Chill. They don't be. The world don't know that, yo. Like on the surface, yo, I'm the coolest person alive, bro. Like, but I get that all the time. They be like, man, everybody be thinking you be chilling. You really don't be chilling.
Don't be chilling.
Be with smoke, bro. I don't know. Listen, man. I'm trying to just stay out the way, dog.
Sure.
That's it.
Listen, man. Dre, you was on a jet with me the other day. You just had me cracking up, man. You remember when we was on the phone and I was talking to you about the pod, but I was trying to wash up the kids?
Yeah, we was talking about the pod, like, and then mid pod, the kids were supposed to be, they were supposed to be in the tub. I know they were supposed to be in the tub because Lou just started tipping them like, y'all, I told y'all to get in the tub. Y'all standing there brushing y'all teeth. Y'all, I told y'all don't, that's the problem. Y'all never listen. He like, man, this is why I can't take y'all fishing with me because y'all going drown. He said, y'all don't pay attention to the rules. Like, when I give y'all the rules, y'all don't follow the steps. So I told y'all to wash up. Y'all brushing y'all teeth.
It was all this silence, like, on the phone. I forget I'm on the phone. I'm going in, right?
No, that's how you usually be. And it be awkward every time.
You be feeling low key, because you know what it is. Like, bro don't really be like that a lot. So when he get like that, you be like, dang, I kind of feel bad for them guys.
Yeah, while Lou tipping. So anyway, I'm on the phone and I'm going off. Cause like I really do have a thing right now where like my kids like don't listen, or they like intentionally do what you said not to do, or like especially Manny, like you'll be like, yo, go get in the tub, I'll be right up. I get up there, he's still fully clothed, and then hear me coming, he'll grab his toothbrush. Well, I was brushing my teeth.
Oh, you be trying to fraud?
Yeah, you lying. So I hop right on dog shit with my kids. You know what I mean? I hop right on. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
Man,
you gotta check that. To be honest, like they at that age. I know my daughters are at that age where you really gotta go in the bathroom and check if they doing what they supposed to be doing, yo. Because
right.
I send them my daughters into the bathroom to wash up. I gotta check rags. Rags be dry. For some reason they be dirty. They don't want to wash up, do what they supposed to. So,
bro, Dre would get in the shower and like stand out the water. Like he would get in the shower but stand where the water is not spraying, yo.
And I ain't gonna lie, after a while, that's like I don't want to get us canceled, but that's kind of like ass whooping word, you know. I ain't about to keep telling you not to be dirty, yo. Like what is this like?
You over here? This is a representation of me.
Yeah.
This is a representation of me. You got me clean.
I had just went through that with Dre earlier. We was in the wheel. We was coming from somewhere. We was coming from getting his working paper. We go pick up his working paper. So we get up in the morning. I make him wash up. We had to go get our haircuts. So I'm like, yo, take a shower, wash hair, yada, yada. So we in the car, we ride, and we coming from getting the working papers. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is that smell? I'm like, why it smells so funky in this joint? So I'm like, yo, bro, you put deodorant on? So he like,
we was on the phone, bro. I was here for this.
Go ahead. You was there for that?
Bro, I was on the phone with you. I remember this whole conversation.
He was like, but no, you don't remember the second part to the you remember the first part because he said yeah, and then I just chalked it. He was like, yeah. So I'm like, he like, yeah. I put deodorant on, so I'm like, all right, maybe it's like the outside air or something. I'm just some funk is coming.
I'm getting the wrong whiff.
Yeah, like I'm getting the outside air whiff. We riding a little bit longer. I'm smelling that shit again.
That shit's still in here.
I said, nah, bro. I reach over, I lift his arm up. He in the passenger seat. I reach over, I lift his arm up. No, gang, that's you, bro. You ain't put no good. He like, yes, I said, bro, why you smell like shit, bro? Like, why you smell like that? But then the whole time I'm thinking like, because he was going to his grandma's house. I'm about to drop him off at his grandma's house. I'm like, man, I'm going to drop him off. They're going to think like, man, he with me dirty. He don't even make him wash up. Like, you making me look crazy. You feel me?
The image that I got on the phone was Jay was driving. He was like, yo, it's still huffing in here. He turned to his young boy, his wings.
I pulled his arm up.
His wings producing that smell.
Emitting all this foul odor.
That shit up. That shit. Because he's 16 now, so he smell like his age, you feel me? Smell like a man. So I yanked his arm up. I'm trying to drop one hand on the wheel. I'm bro, that's you, cuz.
Yeah,
I said, bro, I'm about to drop you off at your grandmom crib.
And why you lying to me too? Like, come on, bro. Like,
now it's like, man, he live with his dad now. He just smell like shit.
Anything.
It's like we just let him do whatever. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. Tell him I told you to wash up, bro.
right.
Facts.
Like, don't have him thinking I just had you out here looking crazy, dog.
No, Deem. How's dad life, gang?
Dad life is amazing right now, man. Like Drake just mentioned, I had a move up day with my oldest, man. You know, just I haven't been here. This is my first time on here, so a lot has happened. I know that y'all mentioned the last time that you know, I just got custody of my son, so that's amazing. Been having him for the last couple of weeks. Like I said, just have a move up day. Switch my custody schedule to every weekend with all my kids. So
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, that's been amazing for me because I feel like, you know, I get to be fun dad. I don't got to be on dog shit like how smelling underarms and running kids around and all that. I get to have them every weekend, and from Friday to Monday, I take them to school on Monday every weekend. I don't get a weekend off, but I don't got to worry about all that, the hustle and bustle of the week. I just take them and do all fun stuff and that. Like, I'm the disciplinarian in my situation with my kids. So it's been a new light because I've been able to be fun dad. So it's been amazing. I had a graduation. All of them was able to come and see me graduate. I thought that was like important for my oldest daughters to see their dad graduate. So they was involved in that. That day, that was May 7th. That was the first time that was my first custodial day with my son. So it was amazing, bro. I got a lot of good things going. Dad life is amazing for me right now, man.
Not to be like long-winded in this, but we here, so.
Yeah.
But, bro, you be having success in court, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
I'm
and
like,
dudes
man.
don't be having success, bro.
Yeah, and it's
like,
not talked about.
But you be having success. Like,
Yeah.
you go to court, bro, you be having success, dog. Like, I need you to, like.
Expound upon that.
Yes.
Oh, well, it really started. Me and my kids' moms are in an amazing space right now. So I don't want to, it's not no jab. You get what I'm saying? But it started with I got custody of who is now my middle daughter first, right? I went to court and got 50-50 custody of Ava. And in court, that was my first time being in court. Her mom, I guess, was trying to explain that she wanted me to have every other weekend because I never been with my daughter never stayed the nights with me and stuff like that. But she also mentioned to the judge that that she wanted me to have a relationship with my daughter, and he was like, "So what you think that?" He was like, the judge was like, "What do you think is a fair amount of time to give him?" And she said, "Every other weekend." And he was like, "So you want him to have a relationship with the dad, but you only want him to have him 4 days out of the week,
4 days out of the month,
a month, 4 days out of the month." And he was like, when she said that, he was like, "No, it doesn't make sense. So we just gonna do it 50-50. And from there, that set the precedent for the rest of my kids at this point, because now I go to court and say, well, I've shown and maintained the fact that I've had shared custody with my daughters for 8-9 years now. So it's not, I don't need a trial period I don't need to go through primary custody and then show the court and then get shared custody. I already done, the proof is in the pudding. I already had custody of my kids for 8-9 years now. So when I walk in there, it'd be easy. I done been through it. It feel like, it's a scenario that I've been through 1,000,001 times at this point. So I know my way around court. You know what I'm saying. So I know the words to say. I know. So it's easy when I go in there. I really don't pay for lawyers when I go in there. I think I speak very well. I speak on my own behalf of what I want and my desires to be a dad. And different counties be different. Like Philly is different from Delaware County. Is different from Montgomery County and Bucks County. But at the end of the day, they try to put you through a ringer a little bit. But yeah. But I wind up eventually getting what I want. So
it'd be crazy. I'd be talking to him like to me something like that is like serious, and like I'll be like in somewhat of a preparation. I'd be like, "What you doing, bro?" I'd be like, "Well, I'm sitting outside waiting to go to court. I got custody here in the day." I'm like, "Bro, we over here talking about the Mavs." You know what I'm saying? We talking about the Eagles, or we talking about a player, and he like fully entrenched in our conversation. And I'm like, "Bro, you not like thinking like running through your head like what you gonna say?" He like, "Bro, I ain't going in there with the lawyer." He's like, "I'm gonna have to talk."
Yeah.
I'm
not paying a lawyer to express what I want to express, even though like the family court is like, it's a system that's so rigged, I feel like, against men, because men don't usually go and exercise their rights to be dads in them scenarios. And really, everybody getting paid, the judges getting paid, lawyers getting paid to come in there and speak on your behalf. So when you don't go in there with a lawyer to speak on your behalf, you kind of it's kind of frowned upon. You really can't even speak for yourself unless and you try not to act belligerent when you're in there, but you should be able to go in there without a lawyer and speak on your behalf. But if you do, sometimes you go in there without a lawyer, and then you get an unfair shake because the judge don't even want to hear you speak if you don't have representation. That's how the system. Everybody is making money in the system. So, but like I said, I done been through it 1,000,001 times, and you really can't say nothing to me when I already got custody of other kids, shared custody. So you're not about to run me through no ringer of getting a lawyer to speak on my behalf. I can do that by myself, and I guess now I'm kind of have mastered what to say. So
you established. You set a precedent.
And you said something about a trial period, and just explain to the audience like what a trial period of like trying to get shared custody looks like. Visitation or.
Yeah, well, when I went for custody of Aubrey, my oldest, because it went Ava, the middle daughter now, and then it went Aubrey after that. Delaware, it was in Delaware County. In Delaware County, although I had shared custody already, 50-50 custody for a number of years before, things went awry with me and my oldest daughter and mother, and I had to go and get shared custody. They said, I talked to the judge while we was in court. We was talking to the judge, and the judge, I brought up the fact that, like I said, I done had Ava and maintained shared custody of another child of mine, excuse me, this whole time. And it was like, I said it was in Philadelphia County, and it was like, we don't care, we a different county. So, they was like, what we going to do is let you go through a period of primary custody, and if you come back within 3 months with no, late arrivals, no missed days on your scheduled days, if you have no happenings or mishaps, then we'll give you shared custody. And I actually asked the judge, I was like, do you promise that if I don't have no hiccups, that when next time I come back to court, I'm going to get shared custody? She said, you come back to court with no mishaps, I'll give you shared custody. When we came back 3 months later, so it was 3 months, 3 months later, I came back, and she kind of like, I guess the judge called herself trying to be fair and give an option of what she wanted or what she thought was fair. And to my daughter mom's credit, she was like, well, yeah, like he's did everything he's supposed to, so I don't mind sharing custody. But it was going to happen anyway because you promised me. So like it was, So although I mentioned, like I said, that I'm half share custody, that Delaware County still did it. They didn't honor Philly.
Yeah, they different.
Yeah, they'll do what they want to do. So I still had to go through that little 3-month period, even though I didn't already show for several years now that I could do it. So,
Rob, how's dad life, Rob?
Dad life's good. Everything's good on my end. Yeah, just enjoying the summer. Really, everything's been good. Yeah.
All right. Well, the other day I was taking Manny to get a haircut, and we have to take Osa with us down there to get haircuts to see my man Razor Ray. Shout outs to Razor Ray. But I just knew I had another moment of like, I know I'm doing a good job. Like I know I'm doing something right. Like because I'm really raising suburban kids, bro. So I'm going into Philly, the city, to get haircuts, right? And I get Manny out the car, I get Osa out the car. Osa turned to me and said, Daddy, I see chicks. I say, what are you talking about? She's like, that right there, the birds right there. I'm like, no, Os, they pigeons. They pigeons, Os. She's like, no, they chickens, they chicks. I'm like, no, baby, they pigeons. And I'm just like, yo, I done did so good in life, my kids don't even recognize pigeons, gang. Like, my kids don't grow up around pigeons.
Just in that little moment, you exposed them to all this other shit.
Yo, she just had no idea. She was like, yo, they chicks, daddy, chicks. I'm just like, negative.
Ain't no pigeons in the sticks.
Ain't no pigeons in the sticks, bro.
That's crazy, dog.
We skip and go right there like seagull.
Yeah.
Y'all know pigeons. Yo, bro. They chicks, dog.
No, man. Dre, Ernest said this to us. So we now at the Amazing Kids segment. This is a video I sent to y'all kind of late. I know if y'all ain't get a chance to see it.
Definitely didn't see it.
But Rob, hold me down. It was a little kid got dropped off in the hood at some basketball courts. At some basketball courts.
Rob, hold me
down. And let's say young boy, they like maybe ages 10 to 13. Mm-hmm. And they playing like under a bridge and like the fencing. You know how the basketball courts be fencing.
Mm-hmm.
Like on some Rucker Park type jump.
Like the point was he just was, you know what I mean, all the other kids was black and from around the way. And he get dropped off. Somebody got a camera. He out there frying them.
No, he was.
He was frying them.
And had the game-winning basket, though.
And they hit the game-winning basket, man. Man, so shout out to Young Boy. You made our Amazing Kids segment. Like I said, Rob, hold me down.
Hey, yo,
man, do your thing, kid.
He was Billy, cuz?
Yes.
The bees and whites, they call him, right?
He was Billy, cuz? Not Billy from White Man Can't Jump, cuz.
No, man. I want to have fun today, man. We got Deem in the building. And, we got so many stories between us. I don't know if we really need a traditional agenda to get through the pod, man.
No.
We had an interesting experience, Bachelor Party weekend.
Oh my God.
And I wanted to get this.
You bringing this up with a pod?
I wanted to get just a snapshot of an event that happened from the POV of my man Dre.
Bro, I don't know if we can get it.
I'm not asking to go like really in detail, but just maybe the fact that you was like in between the Clash of the Titans, and I just want to get it from your POV. You don't have to get all into the nuance of it all, but just being 5'5" and 130 pounds behind.
Don't do that to my man 5'8". You know what I mean?
And I'm like $150. That's crazy.
Look like you been working out a little bit.
Yeah,
too,
I gained like 25 pounds.
No, don't be fooled. It's some still asking as a grown man that wears smalls. He keeps showing every time we ordering shirts from More Than a Dad. He like, yo, give me a small. He cheating, bro. He lifting a little bit, doing some push-ups, and then he rocked the small, gang.
That's right.
Bro.
Rock the small little situation.
came up in sauce. He turned red as shit.
Dang, bro.
I just
Leave
came
Dre
up.
alone. Leave Dre alone, man.
That's crazy.
Leave
My
my
man
man
just
alone.
turned.
Nah,
my man
bro.
turned all red at the
That's
bit. Like,
crazy, dog. Nah, man.
That's the sauce.
The shirt ain't just small, cuz. That's crazy.
Yo,
Out of pocket.
yo, bro, JB, like we about to get up, like to go somewhere. Dre hit 50 push-ups, throw the small
Throw the
on.
small
He
on,
come
look
on
at-
looking
look at-
like he
you
look
feel
tight,
me?
swole.
You feel me, cuz? Something light. You feel me?
Cut, brother.
No. I definitely gained 25 pounds, though. I don't know how my metabolism's slowing down or something.
We getting old, bro. All right,
Yeah,
that's
my
what y'all mean with that.
metabolism down,
Old,
bro.
yeah.
No, you eating out more, bro. That's what
Yeah.
happened. You eating out
bro.
more.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. So Lou was getting married, and sometimes
Oh, hold on. Y'all already got this thing situated right now. I don't know the story.
you do know the story because you was there,
but for
bro.
sure.
I'm
Go
not.
ahead. Go
we
ahead. My
will,
fault.
we
I'm
will
sorry.
be safe,
Go
bro.
ahead. Go ahead.
I promise. We will be.
Don't set me up for nothing.
Trained
All right, go
trained
ahead.
professional.
All right,
bro.
go ahead,
Trained
brother.
professional. Listen. So we leave, the planning of the bachelor party in the hands of Kadeem. Some things you just should not do.
I want to preference that everything was going swell before it didn't go swell. But go ahead, though. Go ahead, good brother.
Everything's going swell to Kadeem standards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'll let y'all know. We got to preface that because swell to Kadeem standards is different than regular standards. So we get to like a point of the night where like we kind of just lingering around outside on U Street and there's nothing really going on. And at this point, Lou is like really teed about the events that's transpiring. He's not feeling it. And
All right. Can we just say what I was teased about?
all right, yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right. To help with the storytelling with Dre, we down U Street. We in
We
DC.
chilling, we vibing.
We in DC. Anytime we all get together, it's a good time. It's enough to be like, yo, I had fun. That's
Right.
enough, right? Boom. So Kadeem is successful in getting us all together at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only issue is my man refused to
wear pants.
He refused to pack a pair of jeans or pants to get into places. And to the day.
He has on sweatpants right now.
Right
guys.
now.
So imagine all the
They sweat.
I'm wearing sweats today. Okay.
Yeah.
But if we were in a situation where we were taking you out or doing something, I would be in a jean.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we
It's
got some jeans.
comfortability everywhere, gang,
So anyway, long story less long, we out of town. We trying to have a good time. It's a quote unquote bachelor party weekend.
Yes,
My
sir.
man ain't got no jeans, no pants. We can't get into nowhere because of Kadeem. He knew where we was going. He knew what we was doing. He knew what the mission was. And my man
This is
still,
a common Kadeem occurrence, y'all, for people out here in the listener world who don't know. It's about the third time we've been somewhere away and can't get into something because Kadeem doesn't have jeans or slacks or pants
Okay.
or something that's not a sweatpant.
Okay. Can I interject for a second?
Go ahead, bro.
Can I add some context to this?
Yes. add the
Okay,
context.
so the times that this happened, right? Right. The times that the
Listen,
very
look, he's not even going to deny that.
few
it happened.
times that this happened, these was our first time going out in these places. One, Dre is referring to another place that we went to was Vegas. This is my first time being in Vegas. If anybody know Vegas, you can't get in nowhere. Everything is a dress code. So I didn't know this. Now maybe the senior person who was coordinating this could have talked to me and told me to pack some jeans. I mean, that could have been what you could have done. But when we get to Vegas, I mean, I'm 6'4",
Look at your man.
300
bro.
plus.
Look at your
And even when we get there, I can't find nowhere to get jeans. Everything is my man Dre miniature son. Dre miniature.
Listen, outside
So
of,
now I'm going
outside of everything being Dre miniature size, Deem as being our man, we just would assume that he
I
would
got
just
some
throw a pair of
jeans.
pants in the back.
a pair of pants.
One.
Singular.
I ain't asking for you to like, yo, pack 5 pairs. Bring
sure.
3 one, singular.
For sure.
He will pack none.
For sure.
Sweats.
All right. And then this time we was in DC. This is the first time that I've been to DC before. I've never went to a strip club in DC. Never did none of that. But that's what was we were trying to accomplish that, right? The day before, we had a good day. We was on at the wharf. We ate good. I took y'all to a nice little restaurant. And we had a nice little thing going. Nobody had a problem with the first day, correct, fellas? Let's preference this and add context. This was the second day. Day two of the events that I kind of dropped the ball.
Yes.
And I don't know. Again,
Can I get a do-over?
Yeah.
Listen, so now we have been lingering because we cannot get in anywhere. So now we just outside. We just posted up U Street, out of town, chilling. Lou, at this point, extremely frustrated at the dynamics of what has happened.
Rightfully so.
So Lou like, yo, this is some bullshit. He like, yo, this is some bullshit. And Deem was like, yo, you was just having fun. He's like, no, it's been bullshit the whole time. He started tipping. So now, like, now mind you, we preface this like they both 6 foot at 300 plus. Me being 5'7", probably like $130 at the time.
Severely outmatched.
Yes. Now I'm just in between them. Hands start rising up. So I'm just like once hands start going up in the air, it's being real demonstrative. They yelling.
And you street packed at this time.
I'm like, I don't really need somebody to like punch on the other one out of frustration. But it's at that point. And it's like, so like, I think Deem raised his hands because I was holding on to Deem's arm. Deem put his hands up in the air. I'm trying to hold on to his arm. I'm probably damn near dangling, hanging off the ground and shit. Like, bro, chill. And then I look over and your man Royale is just standing right there. He's offering me no assistance.
No help.
I'm like, yo, you don't see like Kong and Godzilla about to fight right here, bro. And I'm just here, dog, trying to defuse the situation.
Well, look.
And you are not about to help me.
Yeah, liquor was involved. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. We was having a good time, and again, Lou might have had his feelings the whole time of it was BS, but he was having fun, and when he said what he said, it triggered me. As he referred to it, you always doing this winging it shit. That's what he referred to my planning style. And,
That is your planning style.
And first of all, the winging it shit that he's referring to, it just allows for creativity for me, right? I mean, so this winging it shit, he won't admit that he was having fun. He was waiting for my winging this shit to fail. I want the audience to know that he was waiting for the demise of the winging this shit. And then when it finally happened, he got what he wanted, and he wanted to let me know about it, and that fried me, bro. Like, bro, I was cooked. So that's where you got the anger, the clash of the Godzilla and the King Kong.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's where that came from.
Waiting for the fail to happen, yo. You premeditated.
Your own man. And I'm like, be your own people. Be your own people, bro.
Did he premeditated the fail?
He premeditated it, bro. You know what I mean? And I even said, go ahead. I mean, again, I'll let you get to the after parts of the argument, but we had a chance to reconcile, and it didn't go as planned because I was now I'm burned out.
Oh
but,
man,
yeah,
bro.
we'll talk about that. We'll
What a time, man. Yeah. We made it through that though.
We definitely made it through that.
Listen, man, he ain't your real homie if y'all ain't willing to scrap over the bachelor party going around. He ain't your real man.
Be like, yo, what, yo? This is insane, yo. I'm like, yo, what am I supposed to do? I'm looking at Royale like, yo, help, bro.
Yeah,
yo, he was just so inexperienced with the fact that he don't know that we would go there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And we knew we wasn't gonna go. Listen, we was in the middle of
man. It could have went there.
We wasn't going to go there, but as when brothers get there, you know, we talk with our hands. So I guess it look a certain way when we both angry, talk with our hands.
Nah, once it get to yelling and
Niggas
get frustrated.
about this far apart from each
This
other.
way too
Like,
close.
we about this far. Like y'all
Yeah.
300 pounds. Why y'all this far apart from each other?
Yeah, when y'all like, it's just too like, cause all it take is like one wrong motion to like set this whole thing off. Cause like one of these
recovered.
Jones, one of them points or something.
We were cut. The next day we went to I took y'all to Waffle House and all that. Man, it was
We went to Waffle House that day?
Yeah,
Did we?
the Waffle House. We went to Waffle House in Virginia, and then we made our way back. Yeah.
I don't remember that game.
Come on, man. Look, they don't want my bachelor planning to be
bro.
successful.
I feel like at the end of this, we had to divvy up cars and Wu had to ride with me dog, to leave, bro. Wu like, man, I'm not riding back with your man, bro. Like,
That's the way I remember it too.
that's what I remember.
But moving along, Deem, man. So around the same time, or maybe even a little bit before this, you know, I had called Kadeem one day, and I was like, bro, I'm retiring. He like, bro, what you mean? I was like, I'm giving up all this wingman shit.
Oh, y'all acting crazy on the
He said he acting bad, bro.
And I just wanted you to talk about the retirement, you know what I mean?
Yo, yeah.
From your perspective, you feel me? You know what I mean? You should have heard the disappointment in my man's voice. It was kind of like, hey, bro, what I'm going to do?
He don't even know how to say what he can't even, without saying something incriminating.
Okay, all right. Look. I guess all right. So if we both on the same page, Lou one day called me and was like, "Look, man, like I can't be your alibi no more." and for real, like I was kind of hurt because it's like, you my best man. I use you for every alibi. What do you mean you can't be my alibi no more, bro?
Facts.
Like that hurt my heart, bro. But he was like, "Look, man, I you know, every time I'm your alibi, I get in trouble with my girl."
Right. Let's get into that because that's probably a more interesting
Bro,
conversation.
I was under internal pressure, bro. I didn't initiate that call.
So
a gun was to my head.
So like, what you gotta understand, then like when it's homies, we be together all the time.
Yeah.
So if you run into like a group of girls, we might bag a couple of the girls.
For sure.
Now they friends or they family members, and they talk to us.
Yeah. Right.
So now,
And we bro and we sis and all
Yes.
that. And yeah, go ahead.
so when one of us get on some bullshit, now it has now caused turmoil in the entire group.
It's like an ecosystem. The ecosystem just go to shit.
No,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah, like, and that's like it's a thing, yo. Like somebody will like hijack your situation unintentionally, like
Right.
like you see it in the movie, like, but it's real life. But you see it in movies, like they be on the guys and girls trip, and then like the guy and the girl get into it. Now and the girl gotta hijack somebody else girl for her emotional support.
Right.
Now your situation is in turmoil, and then it's like, yo, why your man dogging out my sister?
Right.
And now
Right.
I just gotta be a part of
the
it.
chain reaction.
Well, and again, I always gotta add context because, look, when we were younger, we did the whole my girlfriend, he'll talk to her sister, Dre will talk to
Right.
their cousin.
Facts.
We'll do that. In this situation, that when he made this call, I wasn't affiliated with nobody of his girlfriends at this point.
There was no connection.
There was no connection. But his girlfriend at the time felt like that. One, I wasn't shit. That's one. And two, that if I'm not shit and you co-signing, like this is what you told me.
Yeah.
If you co-signing, then you not shit. So
Yeah.
Facts.
you know, listen.
Birds of a feather flock together.
For sure. For sure. So I guess when in mid conversation, when I took a step back, got out my feelings and was like, look, one, I love my man. I don't want to be in turmoil at his crib.
He just obliged.
Yeah. And again, we got to grow up at some point. You know what I mean? And she had a point. Look. From what you told me, she said, Lou, I'm wifey. Your homie should only be bringing wifey around wifey. I don't want to be around Kadeem side chicks no more. Right? So
This is a legitimate. This conversation happened.
coming in my home with these side chicks, and I had nothing to do but to respect that. Like so I'm gonna keep my side chicks to myself.
Bro, this I ain't gonna lie to you. This all hit the fan at Royale proposal, cause she was like, "Who is this?" She was like, "Who is this?" I was like, "This is the first time I seen her before too." She's like, "No, you lying. You know." I got crazy blitz.
Mythical shit.
But the ad animation for the audience. All in my head when I hear it, I'm telling him like, yo, I can't do this shit no more. All I hear from Deem is all this silent and like all this breathing and like in my head, I'm picturing him just going through all these flashbacks of when I was just heroically there.
Yeah,
so the most important heroic
losing my wingman is crazy,
bro.
man.
So the most historic memory I have, and I was thinking that he was probably thinking this. It was like when I first got my license, bro. It really just expanded our range of the city.
Oh yeah,
right. So in this one particular night, Dean was like, "I need to ride somewhere." I'm like, "Ride where?" And it was like somewhere in the county that we just never been. Like we really from South Philly, right? So we in the county crazy. We in the county crazy, and he like, "Yo, I think this the Addy." Dean hop out. Dean don't even go through the front door. I'm like, wait, we ain't supposed to be here? I look over, some 6'4" shit was trying to climb through a window. That shit was Kadeem. That looked like Venom. Dean scaling the wall. So
Bro, what was you doing?
chill, bro. Let me finish.
Oh, my bad.
Let me finish. So meanwhile, I'm just like trying to just stay occupied. My man doing whatever he doing. Out of nowhere, I hear a ruckus. Some shit knocking over. Deem scurrying out the window now.
Hey Lou, come grab me, bro.
Bro, I hear him calling for me. I'm like, no,
My man was stuck.
No, the jump was far. The jump was far. I had to make an escape.
Hey, bro. So bro eventually get out the window. He get to the car like, pull off.
Yo, what's up?
Bro, I'm thinking like we in a robbery. And like, what is going on? I thought we was there to see flesh. You feel me? Like, what happened? So we pull off. We get back we cross the border back into Philly. He like, yo, our fucking dad came in the room.
bro, yo. He had to get skinny,
I had to get skinny, bro. I had to get skinny. I don't even think I got a lot out of that situation.
Hey, bro said the door was locked. And he calling for the young lady. He calling the door in the hand.
You tripping.
So yeah, man, world class wingman. My retirement, my jersey's going to Raptors game.
I was messing with my man nerves, bro. Man. Being my main man was messing with his nerves.
Listen, man. Sometimes you just gotta save. You gotta be there for your man. We gotta be. Dog, remember the time I had to save you, bro?
You saved me.
Yeah. Remember he was somewhere up top, bro, with the dead battery.
Oh Lord.
You remember that, bro?
Oh,
bro.
I don't think I know
You don't know that story,
No,
yeah?
you tell the story, Dre. Tell the story.
Bro, you gotta tell the story, bro. I only remember coming to get you.
Dog.
He was somewhere far too,
All right,
bro.
Sorry, audience, to disappoint y'all. You know, at some point, you know, Lou wasn't always this. Lou wasn't always this innocent, good guy. I don't want to disappoint the listeners. I know there's a hive there that think I'm just such a great guy.
Listen,
I am probably the most human one up here. Please wipe all that off my name. You know what I mean? So anyway, back in the day, you know, college days, first car, lifestyle. I had a girlfriend, but I was really tight with another young lady, and I was out and shouting him. And I'm like,
you know, that's all the way up top.
Just what I'm talking about. When you get a car, man, you gotta. When you from around the way, man, when you get a car, man, you just really just be expanding your range, your striking distance.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm like, man, if I drop off before midnight, I could get up there by 1,
and we gonna hang out there, you know, running through the time. I could get back in the house and nothing to say good morning, then lay down. You know, you going through your play, right? I fuck up. I'm up there chilling too long. The car battery die. Dog, it's like 3:40 something. I called Dre. I'm surprised he even answered the phone. And this is like early Lou Dre friendship.
Oh, yeah.
Like I would have, if he would have been like, no, I ain't doing that shit, it would have been cool to me.
Yeah,
it would have been justifiable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, I know Dre for the most part, West Philly, Southwest, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't shouting him, gang.
Yeah, that's
And
not his jurisdiction.
It's not his jurisdiction.
Definitely was not close.
So mind you, I'm over here panicking.
And it's the middle, and I wasn't even working overnight at the time.
Oh yeah,
This is just
Bro.
middle of the night, bro.
Like, and it's funny when you have a car and you don't know people that work on cars, and then you know one person that like kind of know a little bit about cars. You just like you my car guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I called Dre on a Hail Mary. He answered the jack. I said, Dre, I swear, bro, I need you to get up here. My car battery died. I was sitting in the wheel, yada, 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 all night. Car battery died. I need you to pull up. Dre really pulled up. He get there for something in the morning. He saved the whole play. I'm able to get back to the crib.
Get the joke, get back,
Oh,
cuz.
man.
You be needing a wingman, cuz.
Yeah,
See?
man. He ain't never called me and said he retired, though. So.
Because I ain't had to deal with as much static.
Yeah, no. Lou was catching it way before
Lou was
you
catching
came
way
around.
more turmoil,
Yeah, for
cuz.
sure.
I can't even speak on half.
The thing about it is, before he said he wasn't gonna be your wingman, he called me and told me.
Oh, this
is premeditated.
Oh,
We not gonna make it seem like I got all this This is the second time y'all done brought up Lou is premeditated.
Bro, but that was premeditated.
Man, a lot of my plays is premeditated. You feel me?
He called me like, man, I'm done with your man, cuz I'm not doing
Because I done
this.
thought about it 500 times before I opened my mouth about it, bro. For
Yeah,
real.
bro.
I
Like,
never
man,
do
I'm-
that to my man, bro.
Listen,
Chill,
D
man.
going down with the ship, cuz.
No, for sure.
Listen,
Y'all
man.
pie, gang.
He going down with the ship,
Y'all
cuz. Real rap, yo.
Oh, man, I appreciate you saving me that time, man. Man,
Yeah.
let's get through some of this stuff, man. Here we go. People seem to enjoy this type of question last time, so I wanted to ask y'all fellas. Would y'all take 20 million or your girl take 100 million? Which one would you rather take?
How locked in is me and the girl?
It's just say your girl. So I'm assuming girlfriend, wife, like your girl, like your primary situation. Can you trust your primary situation to have 100, or are you just gonna be like, I'm gonna just take the 20 because I don't know, gang.
If we locked in,
It's a huge difference, bro.
right? If she, I might need the 20, gang.
He ain't chancing it. Drake said he got the
I
20.
might need the 20, gang. I don't know, bro. She might get up, like, it depends on her level of liking me, bro. She might get up to 100 M's and be like, man, I'm out, cuz.
Like Shorty with the nose job.
Yeah, I holler at
Shorty
you,
with
gang.
the nose job was out once her face looked different.
If it's like wifey, then I might trust it a little more. Like,
What you doing, dude?
I'm taking the 20 off.
Yeah, he's taking
You
the 20,
tweaking.
cuz.
I'm not leaving that 100 to.
think she'll bust it down 50-50 with you?
Well, I would like to think so, but yeah, like you just brought up, the shorty that got the nose job and just skated, that is likely. That is likely.
Yeah,
That is
Bro,
likely.
what I say? Her dating pool might have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she up 100.
Yeah, bro. Nah.
I throw you a little 2 mil or something. Keep 98.
2 mil is less than the 20 you could have got keeping it yourself.
Yeah, I might just have to keep the 20.
Yeah.
Rob, coming to you, man. Same question. You taking 20 M's or you letting your girl get 100?
I let her get the 100.
Yeah.
Rob trusts his wife.
My situation's good. I'm cool.
Yeah, that's his wife.
That's our money, I feel.
What if she wasn't your wife, though?
And it was just something like new.
Yeah, like she's just your girl.
That's different. I take the 20 all day.
Gotta
Yeah.
take this. That's his whiz. Like he
Yeah, we married, then yeah, like,
that shit whiz.
and even if you don't try to give it to me, then I'm just gonna sue.
It's half mine anyway, right? If
Yeah,
anything
you
goes
feel me?
bad.
If we
So.
married, then I'm just gonna, she withheld on me.
What about you, Lil?
I mean, when you give all those extra things, I more so agree with you. But I was over there having to think about it a little harder than I probably should. I'm married.
Yeah, you married. Yeah. That shit whiz. Your whiz ain't you would like to think your whiz ain't gonna snake you, right?
Right.
Lou's still tucking money from. Lou's still tucking money.
Secret accounts and all that, huh?
Yeah, Lou's still tucking money. Don't get it twisted.
She watch these joints, bro. Chill.
Listen, that don't mean she can find it. Listen, man, there's one thing to see and there's one thing to be able to get to it.
Right.
Listen.
The daddy was there all along.
Yeah, listen, man, you gotta catch me in it, cuz you gotta catch me. You listen, you already know you gotta catch me in the act. Deny, bro. You gotta catch me in the act.
Oh man,
That's probably one of the worst experiences of my life, man. I had this thing, man. Like even if I'm in a jam, but I'm not really like caught, just deny it, bro.
Got to.
You just deny it. Like it's not like it didn't happen. Just deny it. Like even if the proof is kind of not in your favor, but it's like it's reasonable doubt there, you deny it.
Gotta catch me.
So one day I got literally caught cheating. Like the girl had talked to the other girl. Like I was caught for sure, 1,000% caught.
it's crazy, bro.
Okay.
The girl called my phone and was like, "Yeah, I know you was with such and such." And I'm like, she's like, "Yeah, and I know you deny until you got proof." Well, I got proof now, bitch. Just like that. I'm like, man, hit me with my line, cuz that's crazy. Out of pocket, dog. Deny, dog.
Got to, man. You gotta listen. You gotta be like the federal government, bro. Your conviction rate gotta be up there for you to catch me. I ain't about to just let you just catch me in the mid. You know what I mean, no, hell no.
I just feel like when I get hit with allegations or something that's like really off center, I don't really address it or I don't really like acknowledge it. I just still stay on my side of the argument. So I'm not really even just talking about. I'm not defense. I'm not even giving it the proper defense.
Yeah.
The best defense is no defense.
It's
I ain't even gotta defend that. You putting something on my name that ain't even real.
Hey,
It's Casper the ghost of me. You hear me?
Hey yo, dog. Listen, man, what no parts of it, dog.
No, man, Joe, you had sent me this.
It's gonna hurt someone's feelings, but what's a green flag that low key gives you the ick? Oh, I know my answer, and my answer is for surely gonna hurt somebody's feelings, but I truly don't give a fuck. I cannot date a man who is a good father. There's always a back to school night, a parent-teacher conference, a birthday party, a play date, a recital, a game. There's always something that he has to be at.
There it is, folks. So I was trying to introduce the topic, and Jay was just very punctual.
I already knew where we was going, dog.
So, yeah, so the young lady was saying that, like, you know, what's a green flag that happened to also be an ick? And it was her basically talking about present fathers. So I wanted to ask y'all, you know, how y'all feel about that? That being a good dad and being there for your kids could be an ick to, like, your new work.
Because it's insecure. You know what it'd be like? I mean, like, and Deem could attest to this because, like, he got baby moms and stuff. You was my resident married consultant. And Rob, you feel me? Y'all can't really.
We on that council, the married council.
Yeah, but in reality, so what happens is this: like when you separate from your baby mom, whatever, and you out here, you trying to get some new work, quote unquote, like they're already looking for the reason of why he separated from his baby mom. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people would be like, yo, he separated from his baby mom because like he a shitty pop or whatever and all of that. So then when they see you being a good dad, it's to them it's like, well, why she don't want you back? If you're a good dad. Like you such a good dad, like I want to be with you. Like I want to have kids and stuff with you because I see you being a good dad. It also triggers something in women to be like, well, you such a good dad. Why shorty don't want you back? Like shorty going offer you some, do something.
I ain't want to interject there, but that's the other
Right.
thing. They think you getting something for being something transactional is happening for you to be
Facts.
a good dad. So yeah, I'm going through that right now. I don't want to mention no names, but personally, I was going through it, and
it's real, bro.
Yeah, it's a real thing. They think that you gotta be doing something or getting something to just want to be a thorough good dad, and they can't fathom that it's not that. So it's really based upon what they think that you're doing with another woman. That the reason why it's a ick. Like they think you want to up and leave and go back to your baby mom, and they can't fathom that it's just dudes out here who have had children with women and won't go back. And you gotta still be dealing with them. Like that's just not the case. It's insecurity.
Yeah, insecurity. That's all it is. They trying to poke holes. Like, cause I just like that's the question that just always be surfacing. Like, well, why she don't want you? Why y'all be together? Like, why is that any of your business?
Right.
You feel me? Like, why? Like, I don't sit here and be like, yo, why you don't be with main man, or why y'all don't go, like, don't think like that.
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, I never heard one of us say like, she just too good of a mom. Like that's an ick.
Yeah.
Like I just never heard.
Why bro don't want you no more?
Yeah, why bro don't want you? You such a good mom.
Right.
You cook so good.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, we don't say stuff like that.
No.
Yeah, not at all.
You sassy, right? It's what you told me.
Sassy. Everything sassy, bro. Everything sassy, cuz.
All right, Dean. We at the segment. Let's get messy. So we are here for your hot takes and your strong opinions. Okay.
I think to this point that I've been diplomatic and
and political
a image. So go ahead.
So I'm throwing all that shit on the roof.
Time to show the world that he was Kevin Samuels before Kevin Samuels.
The original.
He gonna say chill. The original.
Right.
No, bro. So, bro, I've been holding on to this conversation for years now.
Facts.
And I always said, if you ever did the pod again, you're going to take up the time on the pod to talk about this topic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So we was talking about, like, you have real, real strong feelings about, like, I'm a dad and I'm not a second mom.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to give you the opportunity
Yo.
to share with our audience.
I try to make the audience hate me.
I wanted you to take this time on this dad platform and bless us with that explanation.
All right. Well, listen, I just in modern times, I guess, I think that women and just today's society believe that just to be a good dad, you have to be at home all day and change Pampers, like and argue with your wife all day. And I just don't. I believe that there's roles in a relationship and raising kids and within a nuclear family, and the role of a father is to go out and provide and protect and provide provision and go make a dollar. Come back with stories, and be Superman to his kids. And I just believe that, a wife role is to, make the house a home, to take care of our kids, and in that space. And it's very hard to be a superhero to your kids and come back with good stories if you at home arguing with your wife and changing Pampers. So. It's very hard. The 1% is rich. They are able to hire nannies and, go out and do things. Where the 99, we have to either choose time or money, right? Like we got to choose being there, being present, or, earning, right? We don't have the luxury of earning. A lot of us don't have a luxury of earning while we sleeping or earning while we are at home. We got to go out and physically go get it, right? So, our job as fathers and as men is to be impactful, and it's kind of hard to be impactful when I'm at home, changing diapers and you know, my kids seeing me argue with my wife, and we reversing roles, right? Like, you know, we in olden times we were the hunters, we were the gatherers, and the, you know, the women took care of the kids, and you don't need two people to be at home doing that, right? Like, you know, I don't like if me and my wife is home and changing Pampers, then who's going out earning, right? Like,
That's a fact.
or we reversing these roles, you kind of emasculate me, right? So, I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. It's about for me, you know, and there's no shade to the men who is home
Second
and
month.
present, right? There's no shame to that. There's no. I don't want to cast no shame to that, but you know, for me, it's about quality of. It's about quality of time rather than quantity of time, right? Because that scenario where I presented, where you at home arguing, changing Pampers, always around, it kind of like diminishes the man's mystique in a way. Like, I harken back to my dad. My dad was died when I was 9 years old, but and you know, very early on, my dad and my mom separated. Like, he moved out the house, lived around the corner from us, like literally right around the corner, and walking distance 2 minutes to the house. And you know, he would go work. My mom would stay home. She was on disability, and when he would stay at his house. But when he came through that door to my mom's house, we ran downstairs and was happy to see him. Right, like, my dad was my superhero. Right, he was the biggest, the strongest man. He come in. Where my dogs at? We run downstairs. Right here, dog. And I thought my dad was the coolest dad ever. Right? I ain't need my mom going at my dad, seeing him every day to have a relationship with my dad. So every time I see my dad, it was a quality. The impact was of quality, not quantity. Right? So, and yeah, that's my take on it.
All right, so I have a lot of questions here.
Yeah.
Deem
One-
always use these old words like harken.
Harken.
Yeah, go ahead.
Vocabulary crazy, ain't it?
Right.
I have, you know, I think I have a totally opposite dad, right? And I think you admire my dad just as much. So I'm very curious, your dad being your superhero, but knowing how much you respected my pop. And them roles were opposite.
Right.
I also have a question in there about, you talk about men having to go provide, but we are also living in a time of it's basically mandatory for 2-income households.
For sure.
So how much can we lean on, I got to go provide, as if she don't work already too? You know, how does that affect your second mom theory?
Again, I'm like, I understand that we live in modern times where the economy is just so bad that there's no way that, well, I mean, it's people out here, you know, it's men out here who provide a stay-at-home situation for their wife, that they don't need to work, and the men go out there and get it. But a lot of us don't, right? The economy is that bad that you need, more times than not, you need two people earning, right? But, and I don't frown upon that. What I do frown upon is when a woman forgoes her responsibility of homemaking to then be the provider. I don't need you in my lane, right? And it's only, I don't need you working in the same amount of overtime, and I can't, you gotta stay home because I got overtime to work tonight. And that's when it becomes like, you in my lane. I'm the owner. I do that, right? I go out and slave, you know, for the man, quote unquote, right? I don't need you crossing into working more than what you supposed to, or
Do you think that is like you said, an avoidance of them doing their role, or is that just a strong desire to work? Like, can you tell the difference in that?
I believe with our modern women that a lot of, and again, I love, you know, shout out to the strong black women who do it on their own, and strong women, period. Rather, no, and race doesn't matter here. Any single, mom who has to go out there and have to do those things, shout out to those. But a lot of women just don't want to bear the responsibility of being with kids all day, right? They think that, and not to put, I know a homie right now, not to call out no names, where his wife really thinks that he is going to work and having fun, right?
Right.
Why? Because it's time away from the kids.
It's time away from the kids, right? She think that her job of being a stay-at-home mom is so hard that she thinks that
him being away is
it's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
And she thinks that he gets to socialize and do all these things that she wish she would do, but then misses the blessing of that she's being provided for and provided provision over, right? So, it's only when you are trying to reverse these roles, or you not trying. I find that a lot of women don't want to be, in my opinion, moms nowadays, right? So,
or whatever that definition of a mom is that you're describing.
That I'm describing, right?
If,
so, and not to cut you off, you mentioned your dad. Your dad was significantly older than my dad, right? So I want to point that out. That your dad and your mom's dynamic was that your dad was significantly older than your mom. So with that being said, your dad had a wealth of knowledge and went out and was a superhero already to not only one kid, but to you, right? He already gained these stories, gained these experiences, was able to retire, right? So he was able to stay at home and collect the pension while your mom was younger and was able to go out and work. So the roles was reversed, but it was due to circumstance.
Right. And
right?
I also think, and I always describe this as nobody ever looked at him as less of a man for her.
Oh, he did his just due as a man.
And I wanted to get on something before I lost my train of thought.
My fault. Go ahead.
I do agree to an extent that roles, as much as we want to blend roles and everything is interchangeable and all this stuff today, somebody has to somebody one at priority has to be different than another person's one at priority. Right. So, for example, bills and finances is my priority in the house. Mm-hmm. If something is an expense or something needs to be planned for, I am the first call, first text. It is brought to my attention first. Mm-hmm. It's never going through anybody else first. Right. We will spend everything in my account before we go anywhere else, because that's my primary function.
Right.
On the flip side, I love that she is the primary. Somebody has to care about the kids at the utmost.
Correct.
Somebody has to be if they sick, I'm gonna stay home.
Correct.
Right. Somebody has to, I gotta go get them early, something happened.
Yeah.
Somebody has to have that place.
Right.
And I do believe that that's a part of what you're describing, is that you're in my lane because we have now the same priority of going to work.
Right. And somebody got to be home with the kids, right?
Right. Somebody, and that creates a lack. That does create a lack.
Yeah.
And but somebody might say something to you well, isn't that for you to pick up? And you know what I mean? But it does create a lack in something. If we're both focused, if we're both looking to the right, and all this chaos is going on to the left.
Nobody looking to the left.
So I do think it creates a thing. So I do agree to an extent there.
Yeah.
So are we really saying I don't want to be a second mom versus I just want to establish gender roles? Because when it's
and let's put it in preference. Kadeem do change Pampers, or has changed Pampers. I actually changed quite a few Pampers, but I understand. Yeah. So I just want to don't make it hung up on this man.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's why I wasn't
I'm talking about the extreme. Like I said before, I'm talking about the extreme. I find, again, in my experience, with me and my kids and their mothers and stuff like that, I find that they're all are, you know, great moms. They all have warmed up to their role as being a mom, right? But a lot of women today struggle with they just need so much help doing that, right? Like my girl now with her son, youngin cry, youngin has temper tantrums and stuff like that. For me, I have the ability to block it out. So I can sit next to young boy, he cry, he yell, he scream, until he really annoys me when I tell him to lay down. I can sit around him all day. I can sit him around all day. He annoy me, go lay down. With my lady, she just feels like that it's so overwhelming that like she just can't deal with it, bro.
Do you think that's a part of the burnout? Do you think that's a part of you only there 8 hours and she's there 24 hours, or she's there 16 hours, right? Is that you're able to block it out because you're only hearing it for a shorter amount of time, and she's hearing it every day, day on end? I get that a little bit with like when you home, you don't hear mommy all day. Even if I'm in the house more, they come to me less. Even if I'm in the house more hours with my kids.
Right.
So there's a burnout there of like, mommy, what we doing? We doing this? Can I get this? Mommy, can I have that? And they just feel this comfort to always go to mom, even if I'm sitting next to her.
Right, but what you describing is the I think that proves the point that the imperative is for the mom to be a homemaker, right? Is in a woman's natural proclivity to do that, right? Is in a child's nature to feel that from mom, right? You're home more, you work from home.
Yeah.
So explain why that you could be at home as much as mom, even more than mom, and that the nature of
the kids
going to mom exists, right? Because is that natural draw of a nurturer, right? I believe that naturally we are the gatherers, right? And you don't need two people being nurturers for the kids to be okay. You don't. You only need one, and it's only a problem when we try to reverse those roles, right? Again, like,
and I think even
it looked at from modern women as a sense of weakness to be homemakers,
right? But I also think that's where all the clashing and the bumping head becomes, and more than bumping head, I think it creates a lack of appreciation. Like, say I provide us a lifestyle and we live off $120 a year. Mm-hmm. Isn't it appreciation that, like, he makes this, I don't have to work, or I don't have to worry about 90 to 80% of the bills? Like, it creates an appreciation. Just like on the other side, damn, I'm able to go to work. I'm able to come shoot the pod, and I know that my kids are going to be in good shape when I'm gone.
Right.
I got to travel sometime for work. I know when I come back, the house is still going to be intact. It creates an appreciation. And I think that we're missing a lot of that appreciation a little bit because we don't value it. It's like, oh, I could go to work too.
Right.
And then as a man, I'll say, well, I take care of the kids just as good as you then.
Right.
So now we're creating these dynamics where we don't appreciation. We lack appreciation for one another.
Correct. Okay. And like I said, it's showing that it is to be seen from women that is a weakness, right? You lose your identity in a man. Today's woman, a woman feel like they lack their own identity with a man providing that way and having so much control in that way. They want their own identity, and they don't find identity in being a homemaker, and that's a problem. That's the problem. That's where the gender, that's where the clashing of the heads, that's where the role reversals, that's where, because they don't see the good in it. They don't see the benefit in being that, right? So again, it is things that's natural to men, things that's natural to women, and together, I feel like that if we, is it acceptance of those roles that, I need you and you need me. I don't need to be a second mom to be help you out, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I don't go and complain about how much overtime I work. Is it my responsibility as a man to do that? Why do you need so much help in your responsibility, bro? No. That's it. That's it.
We don't have the same luxuries. But
that's it.
But in conclusion, I think when people talk about like, hey, setting out these expectations early on is helpful. I think that it is helpful, but I'm also happy that we're having a conversation because I don't even think when people relationships are going wrong and they're trying to make this family thing work, that they realize that that's what it is. Oh, she don't value what I'm doing, or I don't value what she's doing because I can do it, or it's not carved out. It's not carved, these roles are not carved out and being defined. It's like somebody has to do it. So then you have even more of a lack of appreciation if anyone could do it. Mm-hmm. Not that I'm doing it and been doing it and it's this respect around it. You know what I mean? So sometimes you'll be in a marriage or a relationship and you be wondering why like certain things don't, make her excited, or is she happy or proud that it's like that? Because she's like, oh, I go to work anyway. Like if she was here or not, I'll be working. We're missing each other in connection and love and respect and appreciation just because we're interchangeable and probably a little bit in each other's lanes in the modern day. Mm-hmm. But moving on. Sorry to be so long-winded, guys. Hope that it was...
Nah. It was good.
Claudia, what do you think is lacking in men? We'll start with that one first.
Y'all can't keep y'all in y'all pants.
Uh-huh.
That's a lack to me. It's like you have to have a bunch of a bag of women to be like, or they feel like loving one person is not okay. Like you could have this person at home and you love her and you love her, but it's weird, like because of your friends maybe, or the people you're around maybe, to say, hey, I'm in love for real. No.
You know what? I challenge you on that. Just, being a man myself, men are always going to respond to what the women reward. From your earliest days in school till us being adults, women have always rewarded the player. They've always rewarded all the.
I agree with
They've
that.
always rewarded the popular guy. They've always rewarded the guy with So when you say like men are lacking, they can't keep pants, I would say that women reward that behavior, so it will always be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, if women was talking to like, oh, you got a lot. I don't like men like that. Only like faithful men. Then men will be incentivized to be faithful.
Let's be real. Who wants the simp or the person that is the quote unquote lame?
So then it's not men lacking that.
But it is. I mean, just like it is.
It's not.
It is. Y'all lack. Okay.
Who wants that?
She's just contradicting herself.
React.
I mean, that's facts though. Nobody wants somebody that's like non-desirable.
Right.
And if you're desirable, then you're gonna have.
Right.
Like I've actually like encountered like no girls in real life that like yo, I can't talk to a man if he don't get no chicks. Like they be saying that.
I was, the whole time she was bringing that up, I was just thinking about like, say you bouncing back from trying to get back after you broke up with something, and like you a ghost out here. But soon you get some work, your commodityness is up. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie to you. It's weird being married and being in new spaces.
As soon as they see the ring,
they be inquiring like, oh, somebody wanted him, somebody married him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm about to take the pot to the next level.
I'm trying to not wild out on the pot.
Take the pot to the next level. Let's go, bro. I'm there. Let's go.
If we really pieing, man.
It's like the last 10 minutes. Some people don't even probably hear this.
Look,
go ahead, bro.
If we really pieing, man, listen. It all stems from the woman's nature, man. They catty, man. They all in competition with each other. They all do. So again, when like you said, when you are single and have nobody, women don't inquire. I'm telling you, bro. It only when I pop out with something that women inquire. Every time. And they say that they don't like that. Like, and another issue that I have with it, right? I have with that, what Shorty was saying, is that women today, like, want to make dudes feel crazy for being men. Like, that's just our nature, right? To have the girls and the want to sleep with a bunch of girls, and we get you try to make us feel crazy for our own nature as men. You can't make me feel crazy about being a man
or being attracted, or people being attracted.
Now, is it supposed like? But do you think that we should have a level of discipline where we don't just crack everything just because it's available?
I do. With that being said, I do think that you are I'm trying to find a word for it. You are a slave to your own vices if you don't have no type of discipline, right?
In the real world, if 10 girls offer you something, how many of them are you gonna crack?
7. Because the other 3 might be, one might be, ugly, or one might be, I think, a little not crackable or something like that. But if you are,
so like,
bro,
what is like the criteria? Because like now let's get into like let's get into like having like some sort of like discipline with this. What is the criteria of a joint that like I can't crack?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was leaning one way, but it was not the full truth.
Yeah,
it was not the full truth. I was leaning one way, but that's actually not the real truth.
Yeah, go ahead and start trying to act like you not a man on this joint if you want
Who,
to.
Me?
No, I'm talking about
him.
So I was gonna go down on the end of like, something that you wouldn't be caught outside with, but we all probably.
And that's what I'm saying. We all gonna get
with something that you shouldn't be outside with.
That's a fact. So so this is what I'm getting at when like, all right.
Oh my God, I can't even bring that up on
this is what I'm getting at.
With some super shit I would not be seen out in public.
Hey yo,
go ahead though.
So like, Shorty definitely like she contradicted her statement by making a statement and then taking it back,
right? For
sure. But the little message in her statement of like, I want the guy that is going to get shorties, but I want him to have some level of discipline. So like, I want him to get shorties, but I probably don't want him to crack every shorty. In reality, we ain't turning that much down.
No.
And that's really what I'm getting at. Like,
right. But even more, the point that I'm making, that she said that there's a lack because of our natural inclination. It's not a lack. We fight in nature trying to with that discipline, right? That discipline, we're like that without that discipline, we just acting in our carnal nature, right?
Fact, but you don't think that
don't tell me I'm crazy and I have a lack because I'm just being a man. That's my only issue. You said everything good, everything that she said was good. After the lack part, when she added the lack, you have a lack thereof. You might got a lack thereof of discipline, fine, but I'm only being a man. So don't make me feel crazy. Don't make me feel crazy. But
I don't know if it's a crazy. All right, we know, like I know, shorties be wanting to just as much as we do.
Correct.
They got the same, but they are a bit more choosy. They're definitely a bit more choosy.
So we think.
I would argue, right? I would argue that they not.
No, it's the truth. You know what it is? Okay, I could tell you how they a bit more choosy. They be wanting to just as much as we do, right?
Right.
If they get 10 DMs of dudes trying to crack,
they're not gonna say something.
How many of them dudes gonna crack?
1.
If you get 10 DMs of shorties trying to crack,
7 of them things, maybe 8,
and that's
maybe 8. Don't know about it.
and that's the lack of the discipline, because we all men. So I ain't about to be up here acting like, yo, I'm out here like, man, I'm holier than thou and I'm turning it down. You feel me? Yeah. Like, it don't, like, we easy, bro. Right, we easy.
Okay.
And that's the point. That's what she getting at, is like, yo, y'all dudes eat. Like, it don't take much, bro. You know it don't take much.
Right. And that's fine. My fault. Go ahead, Lil. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, the fact that, like, I just keep picturing, like, you want the dude that get all the shorties, and you hope you bad enough and like great enough to like tame me to
That
not
he turn him down.
Yeah, you just so otherworldly talented that he don't have eyes for nothing else ever walking again.
He can have eyes.
He just can't act on eyes.
Because like it's I'm trying to not
Look, Dre.
Go ahead,
before you
gang. Go ahead. No, go ahead,
look,
Dave.
But this is what I mean. That like it's society's imperative, right? To that now today that we even use words is that we are easy. Like back in the like we get congratulated for being easy. So it's not the same thing. That like y'all their strength is in being choosy. They supposed to be choosy. We supposed to be quote unquote easy, and those words wouldn't even be associated with men 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We get congratulated. We still get congratulated, like you said, for getting the girls.
And
so
they do the congratulating.
And they do the congratulating
in one way or another.
Yeah.
We are now using these words in modern times of easy, and we are whole. I hope I can say that on the pod. We are hoes. I'm not no hoe. Don't call me no hoe. I'm only being a man.
Bro.
Y'all get off on that now.
Bro. I think even back then we was easy, bro.
No, we can be easy. The terminology, the words and the freedom of speech to call a man easy is what I'm speaking to.
I think the terminology existed. It's just we in social media era, so everything you hearing everything. It's more at the forefront. Maybe. I think it was always there. It's just to understand. Like you gotta understand. Like like it's a thing for like dudes to be like, yo, man, I hit shorty. She don't got no job. I ain't pull out. Mm-hmm. We about to have a baby. Mm-hmm. And a lot of chicks of a certain like this what I'm gonna put it at. A lot of chicks at a certain status not even going for that. You can be like, you don't see these situations where some of these bulls, they be up crazy amounts of funds and they will hit the worst of the worst because it was offered.
Right. Not to throw no shade at my lady, but I think she's a pretty girl, and her baby dad is ass, dirtbag, shitball. So, as an example of that, you created life with some shit, and you weren't so choosy, right? You let the bottom of the barrel impregnate you.
That's
right.
The next level.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not saying no names.
I'm not saying that right. I'm not saying that they all.
We have those examples too. That's all I'm
saying.
They
exist for sure.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I know them. We know them.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that they don't exist.
Cool.
I'm just saying that like I know us as men, gang. It ain't much to be like if you. It don't matter where you at, bro. It don't matter what like. This is crazy. It don't matter where you at, bro. Shorties pop up like, yo, I'm trying to give up some. Boys is getting some head, bro. They not doing that. I'm telling you, like.
But is it because of is it more them or is it more societal pressure not to be a hoe?
I'll give you that.
Please, let's really talk about it.
I give you that.
Cause even women hate hoes, right?
Yeah, because they think they're trying to steal their man.
Come on, bro.
I give you that. Yeah, I give you this societal.
So let's throw all the societal norms out the way. If we really went to our carnal nature, they'll be the same as us on God. The only thing that separates us is women and men is the shame that comes with being a hoe from us and even to them. The first derogatory thing that a woman...
They're not easy because of the shame.
Come on, bro.
All right.
Come on. And that's just... that. I'm going to leave it right there. The first thing that a woman says to a woman is, you a hoe. You a... Come on, bro. They don't even like hoes. Right? So the only thing that separates us is the shame. That's it.
True. So you be community.
Right.
Now they dragging you.
I don't hold shame. You
But
feel me?
in-
We all
in the
get,
sa- in the-
everybody get love. Go ahead,
And
bro.
in the same breath, you community. But if you were just this, you over here celibate, nobody
They don't want you.
They don't want you.
Yeah, cause there ain't no hoes over there, dog.
It must not be popping.
It's not popping because
Yeah, it's confusing. Just like what we doing is confusing. Just like how that shorty was on that
it's
recording.
not. No, it's not.
She's contradicting.
It's not confusing. It's just,
Man, I'm taking it to the next level. I seen another clip that said, Shorty said she don't think good guys give out good. So it already puts you in the lane for you want player guy because he must give out good.
Come on.
I'm taking this to the next level.
That's different.
And
bro.
who you gonna want to be?
Deem.
Who you gonna want to emulate?
Deem. It's not even about the player guy. Like, it's not even about being player and like being a player and having good. It's more so when you a good guy, like you got shit going on, you probably just don't be in that way. When you kind of like a nut ass. I'm about to go crazy. when you kind of like a nut ass bull, like you gotta for more than just fun.
For sure.
Like some of these just looking for a place to stay.
For
like
sure.
I need to, you feel me? I might be trying to get a couple dollars or something out of shorty because I might need to get a platter to eat tonight.
Survival.
You
mode.
feel me?
Yeah.
So when you for survival,
When I've been there.
when you
we talking about experience.
when you for survival, it's different than the bull who come with it already together.
Then with the pep talks in the mirror, be like, man, this gonna have to be my best performance.
Yeah, you feel
I
me?
need to use the will later. You feel me? Come on, stop. Come on, dog. Y'all know me, right? Come on,
He
man.
sound like Jody.
Right, guys,
I
you
need to
feel
use
me,
the will
gang?
later.
Different.
In fact, yeah, I need to get back in. I'm going home back to Miz. I need to get back. I need to lay this thing down so I can get back in the crib.
Yeah,
I ain't
you
trying to go
feel-
back home to Miz.
Yeah.
In the back room.
Yeah, you
feel me?
You feel me, guys?
Sharing the bathroom.
That's what it don't necessarily be the play. Sometimes the circumstances be
Come on,
different, bro.
Yeah. my level of skill was on a beam when I was poor. You feel me? Come on, bro. It had to be.
My
You
shit
feel me?
regressed with wealth.
Yeah, because this lady, what Cole say came fast like 911 in white neighborhoods ain't got no shame about it. You feel me? When you up, I ain't got no shame about that,
Come on,
cuz.
bro.
What's up, man? I love y'all, man.
Yeah,
This
y'all
was
dudes
amazing,
too,
man.
man.
And, I know
facts.
Rob been putting at his watch for like 10 minutes now, man.
My bad, Rob.
We had to capture that moment, man. We gotta do it again sometimes, big bro, man.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely, dog.
Thank y'all for having me, man. It's been a long
Appreciate
time
you
coming.
for coming through,
You know,
dog.
my dog.
Get over there, bro.
Yeah, I mean.
Man. Yo, this has been another amazing episode of More Than a Dad, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time.
And we out, y'all.